Have you ever considered the true cost of building emotional walls? Are they shielding you from pain, or are they imprisoning you from joy? What false beliefs or negative statements have you internalized that contribute to those walls? Have you thought that sharing your vulnerabilities with others can create a connection? Are you ready to confront your discomfort and embrace vulnerability as a source of strength and authenticity? Today, we're plunging into the topic of vulnerability, the defensive walls we've built, and discovering the beacon of hope to guide us. So, how high are your walls? You know, the ones that were built over time, brick by brick, necessary to protect yourself from the pain and disappointment. Mine were pretty high for quite some time until I had an unexpected moment of grace. Blessed with the feeling of hope, I used it to find the strength to break through the fortress I believed to be my protector. That hope, that light, allowed me to realize those walls were imprisoning me more than safeguarding me. In a world where vulnerability can feel like a double-edged sword, do you dare to tear down your fortress and embrace the healing power of God? Come along with me on a journey from fear to freedom as we uncover the truths that lie beneath. We'll confront the damaging thoughts that we've come to believe and rewrite our stories. Get ready to dive deep into your emotions and discover the magic that lies beyond your comfort zone. Through positive affirmations, mindful meditation, and prayer, we'll tear down the walls that are keeping us from our true selves, ultimately affirming the inherent strength that resides within you. It's time to choose to let your inner light shine. And to further your journey of self-discovery and healing, download our PDF guide, Self-Love and Self-Care to Heal the Inner Child Within, and continue nurturing your inner child toward a path of healing and wholeness. You'll find the link in the description. Don't forget to share your thoughts. Leave a comment below and let me know how this episode resonated with you and impacted your day. Do you find yourself struggling with constant anxiety, stress, or burnout? Maybe you're navigating through overwhelming waves of sadness or darkness. Has someone allowed you to believe that you're unworthy? Well then, we're here to debunk those beliefs and help you to overcome them. Hello, my friend, and welcome to the Radiance from Within podcast, guiding Christian women to build their confidence and self-worth. My name is Heidi, and I'm so excited to have you here. We'll work together to help you overcome negative beliefs by incorporating prayer, devotionals, and journaling into your daily routine. Additionally, we'll explore the power of words and how they can impact your mindset and well-being. Because when you unleash your inner peace, you will find the desire and strength to spread kindness and compassion. Join me each week and unlock your radiance from within. Discover your power and strength and embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Vulnerability is such an important aspect of the human experience. It's about being open, honest, and authentic, even when it feels uncomfortable or scary. However, when we're vulnerable, when we open ourselves to others and to opportunities, we also open ourselves up for disappointment, rejection, and perhaps even suffering or heartache. Am I right? That's what it means to be vulnerable. We lay it all out on the table, put our best foot forward, and hope for the best. There it is. When we open ourselves up and become vulnerable, we also open ourselves up for hope. But alas, you've done that one too many times, and in turn, you've been lied to, bullied, or disappointed for the last time. And now you want to protect yourself. So you've built a fortress where no one or nothing can get in or out. You've locked yourself away like the princess with the super long hair. However, my friend, if you really listen to what I just said, nothing can get in or out. In turn, you're setting yourself up for another type of disappointment. You risk a life without hope, without joy, and experiencing all that it has to offer, the good and the bad. So let's break down those walls and open ourselves to joy. But let's take a step back, because we always need to understand how we got to where we are so we know how to correct our direction. All right, you've constructed these solid walls intended for your protection, but why were they put up in the first place? Are they there to shield yourself from a negative statement that you've come to believe is true? Perhaps you're used to hearing something like, "It's all your fault." Oh boy, let's unpack that one a bit. My ex-stepfather used to tell me that everything was my fault, specifically their fighting. As I grew older, I came to believe that particular false fact, and I began apologizing for everything. I even would apologize for ridiculous situations that could never be my fault, such as bad weather or a traffic jam. Some folks would call me on it. We'd laugh and forget about the silliness of it all. But it wasn't until some 20 years ago that a coworker helped me work through my stigma. He not only called me out on it, but we'd spend several minutes talking about how I came to this belief. Then we'd replace that feeling of blame with a positive idea. I still sometimes catch myself apologizing. It's not nearly as bad as it used to be, but that work, that's inner work, where I chipped away at one of the walls that was, quote, protecting me. Yet those walls were actually doing more harm than good. I wasn't letting anybody in. I wasn't being vulnerable. You see, vulnerability goes beyond the superficial feeling of not being attractive or in shape. It's more like an inner child within you, sitting alone in a dark room who never receives any attention or affection. This child yearns for love. She longs to run in the sunlight and to giggle and laugh. This child is your inner you, and the way to reach her is to knock down those high walls, because they're keeping her from the love and peace that she desires and deserves. When we knock down those walls, we can let her be free. You will be free. However, it's crucial to understand once you're free, there's still healing that must be done. Essential self-love, which can be cultivated through practices such as positive affirmation statements, mindful meditation, and a gratitude practice. Keep in mind that vulnerability unveils your inner scars, signaling the beginning of your healing journey. It's also about sharing those scars with others, allowing them to support your healing and discover hope within themselves. By sharing your fears, they too can visualize their path to healing and self-love, finding their own inner light. So I'll ask you again, do you have a fort? Do you have walls built high, locking you in like a princess? And what or who put you there? Take time to journal about that. Do that inner work. That's gonna, make you cry. Write your story until the pages are soaked with your tears, that you can't write on them any longer. With that pain released, you can begin to heal. Using those affirmations, meditation, gratitude, and prayer, you can begin the healing process. And when you do, you can find solace in the comforting words of Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Amen. And at the risk of stating the obvious, of course, counseling might be in order, so please seek it if you want it and need it. However, these practices that I mention are done concurrently. It's the work you can do every morning. How does that sound? Do you have the courage to begin to expose your vulnerability, to begin to allow yourself to heal? Knowing that at the end of the day, what you fear, what you're protecting isn't real. Oh yes, your feelings are real. Your emotions are very real, but not that false truth someone or something has come to let you believe. That is not real. The negative belief is false, and it isn't your fault. You are not naive. You are not weak. You are strong, graceful, and full of wisdom. It's time to allow yourself to heal. I know it's hard, and we all have stories. We all have our own paths that we've walked. Being vulnerable means embracing both pain and joy, opening ourselves to life's wounds. We also open ourselves to its blessing and splendor. When you courageously confront your discomfort, exposing your vulnerability by sharing your truth, you are stronger than you realize. We all have the choice to play the victim or to shine our light. I hope you choose to shine your light. I believe in you. Now, it's your turn. Thank you for joining me on today's podcast. But before you go, a simple request. If this podcast has made a difference in your life, please leave a review where you listen and share this episode with someone who could use a little light today. Knowing my show has impacted your life brings me so much joy. Remember to explore my Etsy boutique to discover the workbook you need most this month. And until next time, my friend, ignite inspiration, spread hope, and dance with faith.